What is going on, y'all? Travis here, back again with another episode of Criminal Minds. This is going to be Season 1, Episode 6. Let's go.
All right, Dad, I'm ready. Throw it to me now.
Hey, now pull it in, run it back. Let's go. Come on. I got
On SWAT, we broke shots down into 3 steps. Focus on the front sight, not on the target. Controlled trigger press, follow through. After the shot, you come right back to the target. Now, what did you do wrong?
I didn't follow through. My firearms qualifications tomorrow morning. I barely passed my last one.
Can you even use a gun right now?
You do those 3 things, you'll hit your target every time.
Woo! Yeah, I'm not falling for it.
Oh, no.
God, Dad.
No!
They're gonna take away my gun.
Oh, you
Profilers
are
are
allowed to have
required
one?
to carry.
Yeah, and yet you carry 2 of them.
Oh!
When I joined the BAU, Gideon said to me, "You don't have to carry a gun to kill someone."
I don't get it.
You will. Good luck tomorrow.
You could stab them. You could find a different way to fuck them up. Right? Are all these people getting shot by this guy in the park? Did he shoot the guy with the
He
kite?
failed his qualification.
He can retest in 2 weeks.
Yeah, but he's going to be embarrassed about it, so let's not mention it.
That's not, huh?
Not a word.
I'm sad.
We're all here for you. I'm serious. If you ever need anything,
Don't be sad, bud.
just blow on it.
Hey, Franklin Park displays yesterday afternoon. 3 victims shot at distance.
Jade.
It's the 3rd such shooting in 2 weeks.
A sniper?
We don't use that word.
The sniper is a professional marksman. These guys aren't snipers.
What do we call him then?
L.D.S.K.
Long distance serial killers.
How many of these guys have we caught using a profile?
None.
2 weeks, 3 shooting incidents, 6 victims, all shot in the abdomen. First and only fatality, Henry Sachs, married, father of 3, shot in a shopping center parking lot. The Des Plaines police have found no link between any of the victims.
The good news is that all the park victims are going to make it. The bad news is that none of them saw anything. However, one of the patients does have an intact bullet lodged in his spine. There's disagreement among surgical staff as to whether they can remove the slug without paralyzing the patient.
Damn.
Nichiro.
That's
The
messed up.
irrationality of a thing
Long
is not an argument
distance
against its existence.
Serial
Rather,
killer?
a
L.D.S.K?
condition of
Is
it.
that what they said? L.D.S.K?
LDSKs are so rare, we haven't been able to build a standard profile. Here's what we do
L.D.S.K.
know. They're always male, they frequently have law enforcement experience, and they always contact the police or the media.
To take credit or relive the experience?
Both. All serial killers attempt to relive the ecstasy they get from their killings. Some use souvenirs taken from the victims, and others return to the dump site to interact with the body. Both
Interact?
modes require contact with the victim, contact which by
What do you mean
definition
interact?
long-distance serial killers
Wink
don't have.
it, bang
The
it.
Beltway shooters left a tarot card at one of their crime
Do it.
scenes. Later, they called a tip hotline, which ultimately led to their capture.
Sometimes not what the unsub does that reveals a profile. Sometimes it is what they do not do.
I'm
He
not
doesn't
trying to watch
kill his
anybody
victims.
do a body.
Underkill's a unique signature.
The question is, does he shoot them in the stomach intentionally just to wound them, or is he just aiming at the biggest part of the target? Specifically, does the unsub lack
I
the
don't know if
skill
that's
to
the
make the
biggest
headshot?
part of me. If they were trying to get
simply
me, it'd
the
probably
will
be
to
my
take
big
it.
old head. I got a big old head. If you were to go for that, you would not miss. But please, nobody try.
The cones mark the places where the victims were.
So we know he fired from somewhere in this area. Close enough to hit all 3 victims, but far enough away not to be seen.
If he's wounding his victims intentionally, we would classify him as a sadistic killer.
So how do we determine if he's a sadist?
We spent some time in his shoes, and we let him tell us.
This is Dr. Neil Erstad, Chief of Surgery.
You kill people,
and our trauma
you are
specialist,
cray
Dr.
cray.
Barry Landman. These are the FBI profilers, Agents Gideon, Giroux, Greenaway.
You'll forgive me, I don't shake my hands, you understand?
Ah!
So as psychological profilers, what exactly are you looking for?
How the victims were shot.
These separate wound channels blossom from the entrance wounds.
You perform the surgeries?
On patient Miller, I consulted with Dr. Landman on the others. The
You're
intact
being
slug
weird.
lodged between
Doc
the
is
L4
being
L5
weird.
vertebrae. Any
He might
attempt
be
to
a
remove
red
it would
herring,
likely
though.
leave the patient paralyzed.
In your opinion, with the right surgeon, there is no risk.
What significance does
Yeah,
the bullet
doesn't
have in building
every
the profile?
Well, even if we can't get
surgery have a
ballistics match, we
risk?
can get
That's
a
what I've
rifle
learned on
type,
Grey's Anatomy.
You believe you can safely perform the surgery, Dr. Landman?
I know I can.
This handicap spot couldn't be further away from the entrance to the building.
Pretty
And it also
confident
has
there,
line of sight to all
Doc.
3 victims in the flagpole.
What are you thinking?
He came here before the shooting, decided this was his spot, and ensured that it would be empty when he came back. My guess is he's shooting from his car.
If I'm the unsub, why do I shoot my victims between 2:55 and 3:15?
There are fewer cops on the street. Police overlap shifts. So there's always someone minding the store. Second shift starts at 3, first shift walks at 3:30. That's a bad guy's
Maybe he's a
window.
former cop.
How many people outside law enforcement would know that?
Right.
But the unsub does, and you've already thought of this.
I had considered it.
Hope you find it useful.
You seem like a dick.
That was Mr. Middleton.
Patient will make a full recovery, as I told you would.
Call Hutch. We're getting the bullet to Garcia. Fill him in on the shift change theory.
Yeah, Morgan.
Isn't this spooky?
Isn't it what, spooky?
That right now you were thinking about me, and out of the blue your phone rings, and it's me. How's that for a spiritual connection?
I love her.
Do I know you?
Why do you hurt me?
Jeez.
Garcia, please tell me you've
Funny.
nailed down a geographic profile on our guy.
We think the shooter has intimate knowledge of law enforcement procedures.
How far out of your jurisdiction was crime scene number 2?
About a sixth of a mile away.
He may have intentionally crossed jurisdiction lines.
Y'all are saying the shooter's a cop.
We're saying it's a possibility.
But maybe he was in the army.
Garcia says the bullet was a .223 fired from an M4 variant of the M16.
Why
All
is
services
he
using
so
M4.
It's got a shorter
damn
barrel in the M16. It's
good
less
looking?
accurate. It's a lot harder to fire, especially at these distances. This level of skill indicates specialized training.
He intended to wound them. Everything he does is deliberate, but it's as if he needs to show us how smart he is.
He's been suspended, but my guess is that the school board's going to go after him and they're going to try to expel him. I don't feel very good.
Honey, you have something on your dress.
She got shot and she didn't even know she got shot? What the fuck?
3 more victims with non-fatal wounds, and it's only been 48 hours.
It's crazy that he's like doing it and not to like kill anybody. I mean, I'm glad they're not dying,
It's gonna
but
get much worse.
Then we need to give the police a profile
Damn.
immediately. You ready?
This is the second time he's crossed jurisdictions.
Yeah, we're ready. They're not gonna like it.
This initial profile is not ready to be given to the media. Releasing this profile prematurely can get people killed.
that seemed very.
We're looking for a 30 to 40-year-old
robotic.
male veteran driving a car large enough to shoot from, but not so large it was noticed. The unsub suffers from both narcissistic and paranoid personality disorders. He works out obsessively and is never without a weapon. He blames his shortcomings on those around him. He has no friends, and his career history has been marked by frequent job changes. We believe he changes jurisdictions intentionally and strikes during the first-second shift change, indicating an intimate knowledge of law enforcement. We're saying he once was or is now a police officer.
Is he driving a white van, too?
Enough. That'll be all for now. We can talk in my office.
Oh, you didn't even like
Sergeant Weiger, we would like to reenact the third shooting during the shift change.
Why?
To better
Profile
understand
to
his MO. How does he get there? How does he leave?
All right, let's do it.
Let's do it.
How you holding up?
Hotch told me that when he came to the BAU, you told him he didn't need a gun to kill somebody.
Well, the only truly effective weapon we have is our ability to do the one thing they can't: empathize. They dehumanize their victims, we humanize the killers. Deadliest weapon we have is a thorough and accurate profile.
Of course you believe that.
Footpath killer, he had a shotgun in the back of my head. I'm here, he's not.
Boom.
Jerry Riddleton was facing a little further south. Can you give us that?
How's that?
Perfect. Hold your camera right there.
It doesn't look like Jerry Middleton had a clear view of the sniper's vehicle when he was shot. The tree branches are in the way. Have the unsub pop the trunk, see if Reed can see it.
No, sorry. I can't.
Nothing from position 1.
Okay, everybody, move to position 2.
Uh-oh.
Through anonymous sources,
We gotta see this.
the FBI profiler, the sniper is in fact a member of the L.D.S.K
Oh,
police department.
shit.
Who could have leaked this? The only people who had the profile were
Him.
your people. And
He
the
did.
profile
Why would a cop leak sensitive information that would not only implicate one of his own, but make every citizen in the county afraid to get pulled over?
He did it.
Contact with the media.
What?
Cop who leaked this story is a good suspect. Contacting the media could have been his sick way of keeping this alive.
Oh yeah, hit the thing. It was probably you, fucker.
Find out what they've got in mind for one of the
Mr. Jenkins, I'm Special Agent Jennifer Giroux with the FBI. We need you to identify your source. You should know the FBI considers these shootings an act of terrorism. Under the Patriot Act, we can detain you as long as we need to.
Damn.
All I know is his cell number.
That Patriot Act is fucked up though. Not gonna lie.
I have a lead.
Didn't you pull your people out of the park?
If we do and the shooter is here, he'll sense something is wrong.
That cell is part of a batch purchased by the Des Plaines Police Department. That's gonna take a second. I have to pull it from their system.
Then give me the location.
Franklin Park, Des Plaines.
He's here. The name, Garcia.
McCarty, Scott.
Scott McCarty.
McCarty's the unsub.
Yeah. Where is he?
McCarty is playing the unsub.
Shut the fuck up. No! No, rip him out of there and chop his head off.
We need to talk to Scott McCarty.
He's the leak.
I need SWAT in the lot ASAP. It's McCarty. We need to come heavy. Copy that.
We didn't say he was a shooter.
Oh.
Just call him on the radio and tell him to come to us.
Best case, he
Well,
leaked the
damn,
story.
I'm glad y'all
Worst
didn't...
case, I'm not about to let him take down any
Glad
of my
y'all
men.
didn't
We
chop
come
his
heavy
head
and we
off.
take him clean.
Glad you didn't listen to me. Shit. If he's not the shooter. Which signs are pointing to that he is. Don't you be shooting JJ now.
This is McCarty. What's going on?
Reed, what? Reed, get out.
Toss your rifle and your sidearm out of the vehicle and show us your hands.
I don't understand.
We know what you did, Scotty. Don't make me give the order.
Okay, all right, all right.
I don't think he's a
Now
shooter.
open the trunk lid. Slowly.
That's too easy and it's too early.
Shut
Shut the fuck up. Oh my god, that poor guy.
How did McCarty end up playing the unsub?
Weigart punished McCarty for mouthing off during the profile briefing.
Then how did the unsub find out about the reenactment?
Oh, come on, cops talk.
Our unsub went from wounding civilians to executing a police officer. He's not staying on script.
That's
Sometimes
crazy.
it's what they don't do.
He did not pick McCarty at random.
He didn't take the gut shot.
Why?
Love you.
Want to send a message.
Nobody takes credit for my work.
But we still don't know why he wounds them.
We know if the
did
killer
more
has
than
no
wound that
contact
guy.
with his victims, he will contact the media.
That guy
But he hasn't
is-
contacted the media.
Garcia nailed down the geographic profile. The crime scenes are centered on 2 separate locations.
The hospitals.
I believe it's a case of hero homicide.
The best known case was hospital nurse Richard Angelo. He would inject toxins into his victims and then wait for them to crash so that he could run to the rescue and save them.
So what's the profile of one of these guys?
Arrogant, conceited, feels superior to everyone around them.
Just described every surgeon I've ever met.
Forgive me, I don't share.
Yes, that fucking guy.
Let's start with Landman.
He was a creep from the jump. I don't fucking trust him. I don't trust anybody.
Landman was Army. Started out in MP school. Got a degree in Uncle Sam and ended up a doctor with Special Forces.
Has Dr. Landman been under any unusual strain?
Last month he was passed over for chief of surgery.
Let's get a warrant for his house to see if we find the weapon.
That'll do it.
What can I do to
doing
help?
no surgeries in prison though, bub. Not legit ones, at least.
Look, I'm very busy right now. Perhaps you can make an appointment. You're considering me a suspect?
Yes.
Well, that's disconcerting. I heard what happened to your last suspect.
Have you ever heard of hero homicide?
Would I be less suspicious if I let my patients die?
Absolutely.
You get anything from this car?
It's a red 2-seat Maserati. If he's the shooter, he has another vehicle.
The killer seeks the power over life and death. He covets the power of God. You know anyone like that?
I want you to understand something. When someone's holding your beating heart in their hands, who do you want holding it, me or God?
Where are you today at 3 o'clock?
I was in my office with Dr. Hannah Pate. I'm not the only one who thinks I'm a god.
Ew, even if you're not the shooter, you're still a fucking douche.
Reed, let's take a walk down to the ER.
Ew. Who says shit like that?
My guess is Dr. Pate's going to
Narcissistic
corroborate Lamon's alibi.
fuckwad.
You don't think Lamon's the shooter?
Ew.
Richard Angelo wanted to be a hero because in his everyday life he was a nobody. Lamon's
I'm
a
not
surgeon.
the
He
only
has
one who
power
thinks
and
I'm a
recognition.
Yeah, but
god.
no, surgeons are a different breed. They're the stars in their field, and Landman is definitely not one of them.
Great, bud.
Excuse me, I'd like to speak with Dr. Pate.
Yes, sir. I'll go find her for you.
The motivations for hero homicide are excitement, power, and respect. And even though Landman's not a star, he still gets respect. Racing against the clock to save someone's life is exciting.
Maybe it's not exciting enough. That's why he shoots 3 people at a time.
But he can only operate on one at a time. It wouldn't be any more exciting. At least, not for Landman, and not in the OR.
policemen and ER personnel are on the exact same 24-hour shift schedule.
The unsub wasn't shooting at shift change because there are fewer cops on the street. He works the second shift in the emergency
Contact with the victims.
We were FBI agents. The man that we're looking for works second shift, and he would have transferred from Arlington in the past 2 weeks.
We haven't hired any new personnel in 2 months.
Are you sure?
Who the fuck is it?
He has the worst narcissistic personality disorder I've ever seen. But he's not our guy.
Found him. He about to carry it out. He about to do a shooting at that fucking hospital.
He's in his 30s. He's vain, rude, arrogant. He works out. He shows up to work late. He blames others for his mistakes, doesn't take responsibility for his behavior. All of his co-workers detest him.
It's Philip Dowd. He picks up shifts at Arlington.
Do you see him? Go tell Gideon. Reed. Easy.
Yeah, chill, man. Oh, shit!
Nobody moves, and nobody dies.
Shoot him in the head. Shoot him in the fucking head.
Better be a headshot. I got this on full auto. Anything less, I go down squeezing the trigger.
Get over here!
Somebody else fucking shoot this fucker.
Take your partner's gun, put it on the counter.
He's not armed. See for yourself.
Now, what kind of an FBI agent doesn't carry a gun?
I'm a profiler.
Profiler? Sent you to figure me out?
We did. That's how we found you.
Shut up, Reed.
Tell me what you think you know about me.
Go ahead, Genius. Tell him. But remember, get it wrong and he's going to kill you.
You're the boss. You tell me.
You know, you shot 11 people in broad daylight and left us nothing. You executed a cop in front of the FBI and got away clean. And I know your plan is to go down in a hail of bullets.
What else do you know?
You're a bitch.
I know you're the smartest guy in every room you've ever been in, and no one's ever known it. People feel threatened by you and try to sabotage you every chance they get. You help save all of your victims afterwards. First guy wasn't your fault. If the EMTs had been there on time, he would have lived. You want to barricade the door.
What?
Let them see that you've got 2 FBI agents in here doing your bidding.
What is this? Some sort of profiler trick? Now, why would you want to help me? You said they knew I was in here.
I said they know you're in here.
No.
Why does it matter?
Your partner wants to help me, even though he doesn't know it. Go ahead, boss man. Tell him why.
They knew he was in here. They knew he was armed and dangerous, and they knew that he was going to fight to the last round. And they sent me in here with an unarmed kid who can't shoot his way out of a wet paper bag.
They set you up.
Exactly, and they're probably laughing about it right now. When they come in here to get revenge for the cop you killed, you're going to go down fighting, and in the crossfire, a lot of us are going to die. They sent me in here. I figure, why make it easy for them?
This is so intense.
Please don't send your men in yet. Agent Hotshot is a very experienced profiler. He will get down to end this peacefully. I just ask you to give him time.
Crazy.
It's a game.
Cray.
He's going to do whatever he has to.
Cray.
You send your men in, they're just going to become villains in his little hero fantasy.
3 minutes, and my men are ready to take the ER. Your men have 3 minutes.
You know why they took away Boy Genius's gun? He failed his qualification. Twice a year, I gotta listen to him whine about requalifying, so I tutor him, and he fails again.
Mean.
You got it rough?
Put him next to the barricade. That way, when they blast their way in here, both of our problems are solved. That sort of thing could ruin a cop's career.
You are one sick dude.
How do you think I found you?
Oh!
Time's up. Ready teams for assault.
So is he just like playing into it, or is he like legit an asshole? Not sure.
Can I ask you a favor?
You can ask.
I want to kick the snot out of this kid. He's
What?
made my life miserable for 3 lousy years.
Poor Reed.
Knock yourself out.
Oh my god.
I'll smart you now, smart guy. It's front sight, trigger press, follow through. A Dalmatian could do it. Let go. Let go.
Feel better?
I think you got the message.
What's that?
We go in 5, 4.
We go now. Federal agent. Federal agent, hold your fire.
Hold your fire.
It's all clear.
Reed shot that fucker right in the
Shakespeare
fucking
Nothing
dome.
is so
Yes.
As the wish to be remarkable.
Philip Dowd, you bitch.
You right? Nice shot.
I was aiming for his leg.
I wouldn't have kept kicking, but I was afraid you didn't get my plans.
I got your plan the minute you moved the hostages out of my line of fire.
That's funny.
Well, I hope it didn't hurt you too badly.
Hotch, I was a 12-year-old child prodigy in a Las Vegas public high school. You kick like a 9-year-old girl.
He is adorable.
As far as I'm concerned, you passed your qualification.
Adorable.
Reed, you alright?
Yeah, keep your whistle with your sexy ass.
Touche, kid.
You were right. You don't need a gun to kill somebody.
Just need somebody else's sometimes.
No, you don't.
But it helps. I know I should feel bad about what happened.
He was
but
a douche.
Not knowing what you feel, that's not the same as not feeling anything. This is gonna hit you. And when it does, there's only 3 facts you need to know. You did what you had to do, and a lot of good people are alive because of what you did.
What's the 3rd?
I'm proud of you.
Aww. That's adorable. Y'all, Ochner had my ass fooled. I was like, he is going in. He is being a dick. This is not very nice. I don't like it. Damn, that was another awesome episode. I love when stuff like shocks me and like I don't see like the cop getting shot. Didn't see that coming. I thought that he was part of the plan or whatever, and then Reed shooting the dude at the end there. Didn't see that coming. I love it. I love this show. It's smart. It's I love this cast. Everybody really. I know I said I didn't really like Elle, but she's not bothering me as much anymore. I mean, I don't love her, but I feel like we haven't really like seen much from the ladies yet. Like Elle and JJ, I feel like they haven't really been much of a focus. So I'm hoping they are soon. But I love this. Let me know what y'all thought about this one. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.